Now, normally I do not let him blow by me like that, but in this situation I was not thinking, and I let him do that. So, you can see this little guy has a lot of energy and is very sassy and frisky, and this is how a foal is very naturally, okay? But this is not how I want him to stay, because for me to be around him like this is actually potentially dangerous, because he does kick out, he does rear up. Most of the time he's manageable, but it should be better than that. So I wanted to just show the difference before and after, because we are going to do round penning. Right. And I'm pretty sure you're going to see a difference. I know you're going to see a difference. Good. So yeah, this is Chino's first time round penning. So I'm going to walk through a little bit of what we're doing, and mainly I'm going to work into the join up, because I want him to become settled and workable. So the thing about round penning is getting them thinking, getting them respectful, getting them to trust you. So to do that, we move the feet. So that is what we are going to do. All right, buddy? All right, so here we are. Let's get started with the round penning. I actually did talk, which is why I'm waving my hands in the video, but the sound was not good, so I'm just going to do a voiceover. But I left him just kind of relax a little bit, figure out where he's at, what he's doing. Yeah. And then I started working him, but as you can see, he's not really having any understanding of what we're doing, which is normal, okay? Everybody starts off their baby or their young horses like this, and they're just like, oh, my horse is crazy. It wouldn't do anything. It wouldn't round pen. I couldn't get it to work. I've had a lot of people tell me this. So the simple answer is you did not do it long enough and you were not consistent enough with it. No hate there. It's just the facts, all right? As you can see, he's crazy in the beginning. We have to work through it. So all I'm trying to do here is establish a direction. And all he is trying to do is do figure eights and figure out how to get out of this round pen and away from the crazy person and back with the other horses he wants to be with. Normal, very natural. But we are going to change his normal, and we are going to change his natural, because his normal and his natural are slightly, okay, more than slightly hazardous to our health, all right? And it's hazardous to his health. He's not a help to society. He's not a help as a horse. He's not a help as anything if he's not respectful, all right? And right now he is not respectful. You can see him kicking out at me different times, almost running up into me. He nips me, he bites, you know. Well, he didn't bite, but he nipped. He had kicked me before. Most times it wasn't on purpose. Most times it was out of fear. But that is unacceptable. I don't care why. I don't care why he's doing it, whatever. That's unacceptable. So right here, I am teaching him what is acceptable to do around a human. And as you can see, it is still not working as a consistent direction. That's all right. It's going to take time. Oh, there he thought about it, and there he made the correct choice. Very good. And there he didn't. So I sent him back again. But every time he makes the right choice, when he's really thinking about it, I do drop the pressure off. And here I did not get ahead of him in time. I didn't cross over soon enough, so I had to run the whole way around the arena before I could turn him back. Now when you turn him back in a disciplined form, when they did the incorrect turn, do not worry about the direction they turn. If they turn into the fence, don't worry about that. That's not important right now. He's trying all his options. And that's all right. Like, you got to let a horse try their options, explore the possibilities. They can never know that that was not the correct thing until you allowed them to try it, all right? So you have to allow your horse to do the wrong thing so you can correct them and show them what the right thing is. When they hit on the right thing, they have to get the release and the reward, and then they will be like, oh, that worked. So that's what I'm going to continue doing. Horses are creatures of habit, and so what works, they will continue doing that. And you can see now he's actually starting to look a little bit more respectful. So I dropped the pressure off and I let him come in. And you're like, whoa, how did he just know to come in like that? Because I dropped the pressure off. That's it. Because I told him he didn't have to keep running. And at this point, he was really tired. I was looking for a place where I could do this with him and get him to stop because I knew how bad he was huffing. He needed to stop. So you do have to watch that, especially with young horses, that you aren't exhausting them and physically hurting them. But I mean, they're horses. They can run. They run a while. If he was out in the pasture, he would do laps and laps and laps. So, take that all into consideration. And, the physical shape of your horse is a big part, but he is a very, very healthy little horse. And he starts getting distracted, so I walk away, and look at that, he just follows me. That's just how he's supposed to do it. And I didn't forcibly tell him to do that. I didn't make him follow me, as you can see. I didn't, whatever. He just followed me because that is what he's doing. Because he's starting to accept me as his leader. That is the whole point of round penning. It's establishing leadership. And I want him to know that I'm the leader. He thinks in his little head that he's the leader, but he's really not. So that's what we're working on. And here he's starting to get distracted and wandering off. So I said, oh, you want to wander off? Then we're going to go work. And again, he wants to head this way because that's where the other horses are. So we go into it all over again, trying to establish just the simple direction. And also, I don't know if you can notice or not, but it is harder to stay with the drive line of a little horse compared to a big horse. I guess it would be natural to be like that, but it is. And he's always very quick about making his turnarounds and things, so you got to keep up with that little guy. But I have to say, it is amazing to see the change in him now compared to this video. So, yeah, impressive, very impressive. Because this day was the starting point. This was the time that after this, he was a different horse. So, you're having issues with your horse, any age, whatever, learn how to round pen and go do this, all right? Do not just watch one little video clip of somebody round penning and decide you're going to go do it with your horse. Study it, understand the method, understand the body language that needs to be used, understand the horse's body language, the signs of relaxing when they're ready to come in. You have to notice all those things and understand them. If you do not do your homework on this, you will most likely send your horse out of the round pen, jumping the panels, climbing through the panels, busting your fences, busting themselves up. Okay, do your homework. Do not just go throw yourself and your horse in this pen and do it. So this is serious because I've had a lot of people talk to me about round penning, and I told them how it works so well, and they go try it, and they are not prepared for it. And you set yourself and your horse back very far when you push them out over a fence. That's about one of the worst things to do in round penning. So I'm always very aware of what my horse is doing, how it's feeling, so that I do not push them outside of the round pen. So at this point, I am trying to end it because I know how tired he is getting, but he was still wanting to leave me there, so I pushed him a little bit to make him work and want to come back to me. This is the bonding, this is the join up, all right? This is what I always end on. I always want to make sure the horse is connected to me. When drawing your horse into you, you use your body and you pull them in. You give them an inviting posture, an inviting stance. So you do not stand up straight and tall. You do not stand forceful. You ask them to come into your space. And then here in the middle is where I let him relax. He does not relax along the edge. He relaxes in the middle because that is the calm spot. That's what we're always looking for. And you can see how settled and calm he is now. And again, walking around, getting him to follow me. There he got a little bit pushy on me. You can see that he's rubbing into me. That's showing dominance. And I'm like, no, you're not the leader here. I am. And we even try a little backup, which backup is a very hard one for him. That is not natural for him to go backwards. He's always ready to go forwards everywhere. So I just keep after him till I get him to give in to a couple steps and give me a softness. And that was it. I lost him again. He got distracted. I think there's a little bit of grass over there. So I point off, send him away, and he's looking. He's like, I want to come in. So I said, okay, you come in again. Because I wanted him at this point to know this is the happy spot. And he definitely got that figured out. So before and after, watch the difference. Pushing on me, he's pulling, he's shaking his head. I was actually surprised he did not rear up at all here. And then the results back in the arena with him following me around like a little puppy dog. That's exactly what he's supposed to be doing. So that is about it. Thanks for listening, guys. I will try to do some more of these and get more of Chino up. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye.